Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back after a 2-week break. Welcome into the Eskimo Brothers Wrestling Podcast, low on the charts, but #1 in our hearts. Tonight, we are bringing you our review of WWE Fastlane, and what a major disappointment this show was. I mean, I've got a lot to talk about. There were some good things on the show, but let me just say right now, to preface this, the bad outweighed the good by a long shot. My name is Aiden. I am your host with the most, straight from the West Coast.
Ooh.
That was pretty good.
Also
and I am
lame.
joined. What?
You're also lame.
But I'm not though.
But you are.
But I'm not though. I'm joined here tonight by my good friends Eli,
Yes, sir.
Fight Ellie Fight,
Hey.
Mike.
Suplex City, bitch.
Poor Brock Lesnar.
I've already
And-
cringed like 3 times since the podcast has started.
and our special guest tonight, the one, the only. We had a poll on Twitter. That was a real poll. We said who should we bring on the show as our special guest, and we brought for you tonight the one and only Trippy Crumpet.
Hi.
Bold. All right. Let me. I'm just gonna preface this review really quick. The reason we took a break, if you haven't tuned into our Twitter, by the way, if you haven't, make
I
sure to
didn't
follow
even
us
know
on Twitter
why.
at Eskimo Bros Cast. That is EskimoBrosCast.
Hit it, Eli.
For those who don't know how to spell.
And now, Ellie, I heard you say that you did not know why we took a 2-week break, but let me tell you why you should have known, because Ellie, I know for a fact you follow the Eskimo Brothers Wrestling Podcast on Twitter. So
I do.
what you could have done, if you really wanted to find out, is you could have gone to at Eskimo Bros Cast, and you could have found out because it was all right there. We promised to keep you guys updated on everything.
Well, I figured
But,
since I'm on the podcast, one of my very good friends would have told me. That was
Well. I mean, I could get into that, but I'm not going to.
I'm pretty sure you're in our group message too.
I am now,
she,
yeah.
She is now. All right. But yeah, I'm gonna get into why we took a break. We felt as if the show was kind of getting to be a burden and viewership was kind of dipping. So what we figured was that it would be more efficient and just easier for like us and both you guys, the viewers, if we just did it to one show a week. We're gonna be doing it on Saturdays, and then pay-per-views. Pay-per-views we're gonna put aside for Sunday shows. Like pay-per-views are untouchable. But on Saturday, instead of going through every single show bit by bit, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all the highlights from the week, and we're gonna combine them into one show. We're also gonna talk about, breaking news. We're gonna talk about dirt sheets and how true we think they are. Probably a good 99% of the time, we're gonna be burying the dirt sheets, because that's usually what ends up happening. I mean, how accurate are the dirt sheets nowadays? I mean, actually, forever, from the beginning of time, not very accurate whatsoever. And if you listen to them, you thought Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy were coming out tonight. That's what the dirt sheets told you. But guess what? The dirt sheets were wrong. But you know what? They were allowed to be wrong because they said that it's scheduled to change. That's the dirt sheets for you. So yeah, basically we're going to be doing a show every Saturday now instead of every single night. We don't have a set time because we're going to try to make it the most convenient during that day for you guys and for us, and we're going to see. It's going to be good. I promise that every single show is going to be there's not going to be any dull moments. It's going to be very, one might put it as crisp.
Chris!
Thank you, Ellie. Thank you. I was waiting for that one. But anyways, we got a lot of wrestling to cover tonight, so we should probably get into it.
A lot of shitty wrestling.
Well, hold up. We have to start with the pre-show, of course. And I love the pre-show.
Good.
I thought that Kalisto. Okay, so I should probably mention the pre-show was Kalisto versus Alberto Del Rio in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the United States Championship. I thought this match, it might not have been the most action-packed, but the psychology behind it is what I just absolutely loved. Like, I mean, I haven't been a wrestling fan for the longest of times, but I can't really remember a triple threat match done. I mean, not a triple threat. I'm sorry, a 2 out of 3 falls match done so well from a psychology standpoint. I love the fact that Del Rio got himself disqualified, so he can get that easy second fall. I loved how they were trying to go for the countouts. I love that they weren't just trying to go for the pins and the submissions. I loved all of that psychology. I love how it ended with a roll up. Like, usually on the first or second fall you're getting a roll up, but no, this time it ended with a roll up. And I mean, they had me on the edge of my seat. I thought Del Rio had a chance of winning because maybe they didn't want Kalisto with the title now that Sin Cara's back. I'm not sure, but I'm glad they stuck with this decision. I'm glad this match was so great. It was very crisp. I dug some of the spots. There's some dull spots, but you got that in pretty much every single match of the night tonight. And yeah, I'm overall happy with it. I really enjoyed it. Does anybody else want to talk about it? Eli, you want to start?
Yeah, I can't complain about it at all. I mean, it was one of the more higher quality matches of the night. No complaints. I like that Kalisto kept the title because Del Rio didn't do very well with his past reign, and Kalisto I feel like Kalisto can do big things. And yeah, I mean, like you said, I did like how Del Rio got the disqualification and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think the match made a lot of sense and how everything happened, and yeah, I'm not going to complain at all. It was good.
I mean, compared to some of the other matches, Brie Bella versus Charlotte, the psychology in this match was quite amazing. Guys, I'm going to get into it later, but Brie, the ending of that match, oh my gosh. I'm still confused to this day. But to this day, some may say that some say to this day, Aiden is still confused about the finish of that terrible match. Does anybody else want to talk about the pre-show? Mike, you got anything to say?
No, sir. I was busy for.
Okay, I got you. Trippy Crumpet, were you able to watch the pre-show?
Yep.
How did you feel about that opening match?
It was decent.
You hating?
What?
You hating, Trippy Crumpet?
No, I said it was decent.
He just gave you all that sass, baby.
All that sass. Ellie, were you able to watch the pre-show?
The only part of the pre-show that I was able to watch was,
Renee Young.
no, you little shit, shut up, cut me off, I'll drop you, kid. I don't even remember if I was watching the pre-show, to be honest.
Oh, well, I don't really blame you. I mean, this was just such a terrible night of wrestling. This was, I mean, I'm just gonna going into the main card now. I'm gonna say that this might have been one of the worst wrestling shows, pay-per-views I have watched ever.
Factuals.
From top to bottom, there were like how many good matches? One, maybe like one other decent match. Okay, there was like 1.5. Okay, let's go with 1.5. It's ridiculous. Like, is this the road to like WrestleMania or is this a road to SmackDown? Like, I don't know where they're going. Like they have all this time. They have all the time in the world. They book this as the road to WrestleMania. This is the show. I mean, I know that the road to WrestleMania, quote unquote, is from the Royal Rumble to WrestleMania, but this is like the stopping point. This is the time to build.
This is where you gas up.
Build.
This is where
what did they do?
You fill up the tank. You
literally listen to the name of your pay-per-view.
Aiden.
They call it Fastlane, but this show felt like a car crash.
Aiden.
Count of 500.
You're trying to give WWE too much credit. This is WWE.
But I'm expecting like
Vince we're talking about.
I'm just expecting more in WrestleMania. This does not feel like I was zooming down the fast lane. This felt like I ran into I just like totaled my car.
Ran into a deer. I jumped on the
into a big old Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns just totaled my car. Actually, I'm not gonna. I kind of expected that. I don't know why I'm upset about that. The way that match ended kind of bugged, but we'll get into that later.
It's just
what do you?
This company is the pinnacle of sports entertainment of wrestling, and this time of the year, it's supposed to be the best it's ever. Like it is all year. And they're
Yeah.
gonna give us this. They're gonna give us this bullshit. I don't get that at all. I don't.
Yeah. It's like the main point in the night that was just like throwing salt onto my wound and then just squeezing a lemon into it and then just like throwing dirt into it and just like then putting like a nail into my wound and just hammering it into my wound.
Okay, could you stop?
Well, I had to really
Okay, no,
tell you
listen,
how
what
bad
you
my
need to
pain
say
was
is, like, place
watching
them in-
Curtis Axel versus R-Truth. That was all that was about. But anyways, this show started with Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch versus Tamina Snuka and Naomi in a very boring match, in my opinion.
Excuse
It wasn't
me.
bad. It wasn't bad. Hold on,
You better not be
Trippy
talking
Trumpet.
trash about Becky.
Hold your
and
horses.
that.
Hold your horses. This match was not that bad. It was definitely better than Brie versus Charlotte. But to open a
Everything was
show,
better than Brie
why did they
versus
not?
Charlotte.
Why did they not have Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler open the show? They had a decent match. They had a good match. Dare I say good. But Sasha Banks and Becky, I think them starting the show was basically just it set the pace for such a terrible night of wrestling. And again, I'm not talking about the fact that it was a bad match, but look back to literally just last month at the Royal Rumble. It started with one of probably gonna go down as one of the best matches of the year. Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose in that last man standing match. We go from that to Sasha Banks and Becky versus Tamina and Naomi in a terribly booked, terrible logic behind the feud. I don't get it. And it's gonna open up the show. I can't wrap my mind around that. But anyways, I'm gonna give the match a C. Mike, what'd you think about it? Or were you gone during this part too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Eli, what'd you think about this match?
I'll give it a C. I mean, there's nothing special. Should not have opened the show whatsoever.
That's my only quip with it. I do not think in any way, shape, or form this match should have been the match to start off the show. I mean, I can make all these Fastlane jokes. I guess we're starting off this Fastlane with some traffic. Bum.
No.
Stop.
Sorry, I just made you cringe for the fourth time.
That was horrible.
It was pretty good. By edging Christian standards, that was a good joke. Ellie, thoughts on this match?
I really liked it because
Becky Lynch was in it.
baby, shut up. Doesn't matter. I thought it was a good match. I want to
Sasha Banks looks pretty fine.
What
what would you grade it?
I'd give it a B.
A B. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm not gonna complain about that one.
Better not.
Trippy
For the guys.
Trumpet, thoughts on the match and what would you grade it?
I thought it was a good match. I was entertained by it, and I'd give it a B.
A B.
See, Trippy knows what's up.
The ladies give it a B.
It was definitely better than Charlotte and Brie, so.
Okay, well, yeah, that's undisputed. I think that match just really made me question my life choices. What am I doing with my life?
That match when we get to it?
All right, yeah, I'll let you talk about it.
Oh, thank you.
If you guys ever have a problem with something, you just want to go off on it, let me know. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. So after that match, we went right into Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler. This match was not bad. I think it was exactly how it should have gone, with Kevin Owens going over clean. That I respect Vince for. I kind of liked how he hit the pop-up powerbomb without throwing him off the ropes.
Yeah,
He literally just picked him up and just dropped him. That was pretty cool. I feel like he should start doing that more with the smaller guys. It looked pretty badass. I mean, I don't really have much to say about this match. I mean, I've said this week in and week out because guess what? This match happens week in and week out. These are two good wrestlers. I'm not going to say great. I mean, Kevin Owens is great. I'm not going to give that to Dolph, though. Earn it, buddy.
At this point in his career.
Yeah, not at this point.
Y'all was hating on Dolph, seriously.
They're two. I'm gonna say crisp because that's a word we like to use on this show. Two crisp wrestlers. They are always going to put on good matches. You can't deny that. Especially on a pay-per-view platform, it's gonna be a good wrestling match. But John Cena versus Randy Orton. That's probably going to be a good wrestling match, but that doesn't mean I want to see it for the 78th time.
Okay, Aiden, I have a question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
If you could pick anyone on the roster to have a feud with Dolph Ziggler, who would it be?
Nobody. Can he feud with a retirement?
That's fine.
And the stipulation of the match is if he wins, he retires, and if he loses, he retires.
That's terrible.
Sorry to all the Dolph fans out there. I'm sorry, but this dude, his career, he's at a point where I don't think he has anything left to do. He's basically dipped his toes in everything he possibly could, and nothing worked for him.
He's not as
Unless
entertaining
this
as he
man-
used to be.
Yeah, unless this man turns heel again, and he turned into what he was, which I don't think he can, ever.
I don't
Dolph was
think he
one
can
of
go
the
back to
reasons-
that.
Dolph was one of the reasons I became an internet guy. But
Yeah.
like, I don't think he can ever go back to that. I really don't think he can.
I mean, I think
doubt Dolph Ziggler, guys. Come on.
I think
I
he
will doubt
could.
Dolph Ziggler.
He could definitely go back to being a heel, like around the type he was a few years ago, whenever that was.
When he was with AJ Lee.
Yeah. Oh, you just had to mention AJ Lee, huh? You
Even
couldn't
when
have
he
said
was
Big
with
E, huh?
Vicky.
You couldn't have said
He was-
Big E, huh?
He was even better when he was. I think he was better when he was with Vicky. Like, as much as I hated Vicky, yes. Yes.
AJ
There was some-
made him
there was-
great.
No. Stop
Okay,
that.
you guys
AJ
need to
Lee,
both fight
the only
right
thing-
now.
the only thing AJ Lee made great was Botchamania.
Aiden, I swear to God.
Because she gave
I'm gonna kick your
Botchamania,
ass.
a lot of great content to put on their show. But you know what? That's besides the point because this is the Fastlane to WrestleMania, folks. I'm gonna give this match I'll give it a B+. I would give it an A if it was the first time we saw it, but this is probably like the 15th time, so I'm gonna give it a B+. Eli, what would you grade the match?
One thing about this match, I know you've told me many times that Kevin Owens is the master of the rest hold, and to me, I've never really noticed it until tonight.
Oh, yes, I'm telling you right now, he does so many rest holds.
I just
It's
noticed it
insane.
tonight. I was like, wow, Aiden's right. But I still love Kevin Owens. I still love the fact that he's in the Intercontinental Champion. And I still really enjoyed this match despite the multiple rest holds. So I'm going to give it a B+.
Yeah, I feel like the rest holds for him, because, I mean, I know you don't like it when I talk about this, Eli, but he's not in the best shape. So, I mean, when you're not in the best shape,
You just have to be that guy, don't you?
I have to be the devil's advocate here, Eli. He's not in the best shape. He needs time to rest.
I don't want to argue about this 2 nights in a row.
Wrestle
We just
a 30-minute Iron Man. No, I'm not talking like the actual stipulation for Iron Man, but like an Iron Man match where he's wrestling the entire time. He's in there. He's getting every single step, just working so hot. He needs his breaks because he's little on the overweight side.
Well, good night, guys.
You just offended Eli.
Are you gonna deny the fact that Kevin Owens is overweight?
I'm not going to deny the fact that Kevin Owens is overweight.
Are you gonna deny the fact that it's a hindrance sometimes, and that could be the reason why he does so many rest holds?
God.
I mean, look how tired he gets wrestling like 3 minutes straight.
Stop.
Okay, but I'm pretty sure Sami Zayn gets
I'm
just
gonna rip
as
a hole through my
tired.
forehead.
Like, it's wrestling. That's stupid. You're stupid, Aiden.
I don't see Sami Zayn doing like 10 minutes of rest holds. Well, that's an
I'm gonna
over-exaggeration.
rip a hole through my forehead.
Calm down.
That's not what you do.
Calm down. You know why you need to calm down? Because we're
Eli,
getting the
all
best
you need
match.
to do is beat up Aiden and all your problems
Oh
will
my
go
God.
Yeah, come at me, bro.
Oh my God.
I am so sorry to all the Kevin Owens fans I just offended, but I'm not saying the stuff that should be offensive to you. I'm not sitting here saying that Kevin Owens does not deserve to be pushed because he's fat. That's not true. He deserves all the success Vince is gonna give him. He's a great talent. He's a very good heel. He's great. But I'm just saying, in the ring, he's not fit. He's not as fit as a guy like Seth Rollins. That's why I'm just saying.
Yeah,
different
being fit did
character,
stuff off like
Aiden.
good, didn't it?
I'm not talking about the character. I'm literally just talking about the rest holds right now, man.
Jesus.
I still think he could be held at that same standard, even if he does these rest holds. And he's a really, really great talent in the ring. And,
I'm not denying his talent whatsoever. I'm not denying him as a wrestler whatsoever.
Okay.
The only
So you
point
think
I'm
he's
He's
trying to
done with
make
the subject, so
is
you should
that
just drop it too, homie.
I'll admit,
he's still talking about it, Tribute Grumpet.
he could
Oh my
drop
God.
some LBs and it wouldn't hurt.
He
All
can
right, you
drop
can
some
stop
LBs.
too.
But I don't think that. I don't know. I just can't like sit here and focus on this dude's weight whenever I think he's one of the better guys out there.
I promise I am not trying to come off that way. I do not dislike Kevin Owens because of his weight. The only thing I was trying to say is that I think he does so many rest holds because he's not super fit. And he
You
needs that
defended
time.
everyone on Tumblr, Aiden.
Okay, he still makes it
I mean,
work. I think he still makes it work, even though.
Oh, he does make it work. I mean, I'm not saying I don't have a problem with his rest holds. I mean, I do think that he could cut him down a little bit.
Oh God.
But you know what? That's besides the point.
This is just gonna be the rest of the podcast, isn't it?
We're just gonna argue about
Yeah.
Kevin Owens.
It might be.
The reason we should do an entire hour show just called "The Reasons Why Kevin Owens Uses Rest Holds." You know
Oh
what?
my
Just
God.
let's forget about that now. Eli, what was your grade for the match?
I said B plus.
B plus. Ellie, what would you grade the match?
B+.
Tribute Crumpet?
B plus, just because it's Dolph Ziggler he was facing.
Dolph Ziggler's
Are you saying that you'd make it higher if it wasn't Dolph?
Probably. He could literally. Kevin Owens could wrestle anybody else. I've seen Dolph too much. He needs to stop.
Yeah,
awesome.
I agree with that.
We need
Amen to that. Calm down. Come on down. Fight, Ellie, fight. I just said come on. Like, please tell me to get it together right now.
Get it together, Aiden.
Get your life
Thank you.
together.
Oh wait, hold on. Don't take it a two-step. Oh my goodness. Mike, what would you grade this match?
I didn't see it.
Gosh. Oh yeah, okay. Yes, Eli?
While we're on the topic of this Kevin Owens match,
Oh goodness
I'm going
gracious.
to bring up a tweet from Kevin Owens himself.
I'm about to roast this tweet.
That you are very upset. That it could be indicating the wrong things. And this could lead to not a Sami Zayn feud, or it could lead to a Sami Zayn feud. After he retained the title. Hey, dweebs, if AJ Styles ever comes anywhere near my IC title, I'll take him out in less time than it took me to toss him out of the Rumble. Now, the question mark is will there be a Kevin Owens AJ Styles feud or not?
Alright, I'm going to argue this right now. Right here, right now. I am not afraid to tell anybody why this feud should not happen. It's because there are two sides to this story, and both of them are negatives. They are poo-pooing on this feud right here.
What did you say?
Poo-pooing. Poo-pooing.
Aiden.
One,
Really?
tell me, you could not tell me that Vince can build a WrestleMania-worthy Intercontinental Championship feud between Kevin Owens and AJ Styles, who have no backstory, within 6 weeks. If that was the case, this should have been at least boiling under the surface of whatever AJ Styles. I mean, it should have been boiling under the surface of AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. I don't want them to just pull this out of their hat. Ta-da! Here's a good match. I'm not here for good matches. I'm here for. Well, I mean, yes, I am. That's a lie.
Okay,
I'm here for good matches with good stories that surround them. And I'm telling you right now, the only story that makes sense for Kevin Owens right now is the story with Sami Zayn.
Of course you would say that.
Do you think it'll happen?
Who else?
Dean Ambrose never got his rematch.
No, they're not doing that again.
I don't think Dean Ambrose should be relegated back to the mid card.
What is Dean Ambrose is gonna do? I mean,
Let's get there when we get there.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. And let's talk about the losers for a second here. What is Chris Jericho going to do at WrestleMania, huh? Tell me that.
He's gonna perform.
Oh yeah, okay, okay. But seriously,
No, I mean like sing, not wrestle.
yeah. I know what you meant.
I was trying
That's
to
not
make a
how I
joke,
meant it.
damn it, laugh.
Ha.
Thank you.
Oh, that
Thank you.
Trippy Crumpet actually put some effort into that one.
No,
Yeah.
because I was like,
Trippy's got my back.
I mean, I have such a problem with what they did tonight, especially after Styles versus Jericho. Why on earth did you not have Jericho lay out Styles after the match? This feud, though it is 3 matches deep, has so much more juice left in it. You could stretch out this feud till like Extreme Rules. I'm telling you that right now. Because they've only had 1 pay-per-view match. John Cena and Rusev last year, they had 4 pay-per-view matches. They can do Chris Jericho versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania. Do you want to do it no DQ? Whatever. I don't care. But I'm telling you there should have been something screwy about tonight. And there wasn't. They clean cut. At the end of the match, they shook hands. That was ridiculous.
I didn't like that handshake.
Yeah, where does Chris Jericho go from here? What is he supposed
Anywhere
to
he
do?
wants?
Say, I'm the biggest loser on the roster. Who wants to come out and fight me at WrestleMania? You know, I lost. I just lost, so I have absolutely no momentum. But you know what? I could probably still put on a decent match.
Okay, Aiden. What
Yes.
happens every time Chris Jericho has a huge, well not huge, but a feud? He disappears for like 6 months.
True that.
So that's probably
he's-
what's gonna happen.
He's scheduled to go to I'm going to SmackDown in April. There's a one in San Diego, and he's scheduled for that, and it's after WrestleMania.
He can't not. Why would he? I feel like he wouldn't just show up.
He's
before
going to
WrestleMania
perform.
and then
He's
not
performing
WrestleMania.
at WrestleMania.
Yeah, he
He's
has
scheduled. He's scheduled
To
for
wrestle.
all the shows up to it. He's scheduled for shows after it. He's probably going to go to Extreme Rules.
He's scheduled for my my Raw too. It's before
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
All I'm saying
So
is
he's gonna
I
be-
wouldn't be surprised if like a couple weeks after tonight we don't see him for a long time.
I
And
would
you
be
should
surprised by
surprised
that.
I would be. He
I
has to do
would be.
something.
I feel like this isn't the end of what they could do. I feel like I don't know. Do you wanna continue this somehow and then throw the Miz in there?
No.
Well, think about it. It's Vince. Don't forget that it's Vince. You talk about me having high standards for him. Vince will throw anybody in a triple threat match. It does make sense because Miz has been getting knocked around by these 2 guys for since AJ Styles came up to the main roster. I mean, not came up, but he debuted for the WWE. I don't know, but I just feel like this feud could have been so just prolonged. It could have been. They could have had a WrestleMania moment, and they kind of messed it up tonight. And I don't know what they're gonna do with Styles. I don't know what they're gonna do with Jericho. And I'm telling you right now, if we get Styles versus Owens, I'm gonna be very upset because from a story perspective, what has AJ Styles done
He's
to
gonna
deserve
win
a
the
shot
title
at the
shot.
Intercontinental Championship? What did Kevin Owens say? If he comes near my title, I'm gonna he's gonna destroy him.
I'm gonna beat him faster than I threw him out of the Rumble.
See, I don't get that. Why does he deserve a title shot? That's how desperate they are? No, there is literally a story written for you. It's called Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, Vince. Open your eyes up. Goodness gracious. That's the most ignorant thing they could possibly do, is put Styles and Owens. I know it would be a great match, alright?
Maybe down the line.
Maybe down the
maybe
down the
summer.
line.
In the summer, let's do it.
Hey, how
Well,
about right after he's done with Sami Zayn? Bam. But not right now. This is not the time for such a rushed feud. I know there's injuries, right? There's a lot of injuries, and they're plaguing the company, and it's bad. They're missing a lot of their top players. But that doesn't mean they don't have the talent to pace things out and tell stories. What story is Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles going to tell? It doesn't tell one. That's the thing. They don't have any history. Regardless of what you want to tell me, what they did on the Indies, that's irrelevant. I'm playing devil's advocate. Not devil's advocate. That's the wrong term. I'm
They
playing
need to
like
get it together.
I'm talking right now I'm Vince. What history have they teased on my programming, on WWE programming? None. How about Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens? The absolute second, not the second, I'm sorry, that's just the second. The same day.
Get it together.
Stop, Ellie!
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding, I'm sorry. I'm just mad.
You're
I'm
getting
just
so
really
feisty
sorry.
right now. I don't know if I appreciate this or not.
Calm your tits,
Yeah.
I'm just mad. I'm so mad with that this match might happen.
Yoko, it's okay.
please calm.
It's not okay,
We
man.
gotta think positive here.
Deep breath.
Calm your
I'm really
tits.
trying. But as I was saying, the day that Kevin Owens debuted in NXT, they already established the history between him and Sami Zayn. So I don't get why Kevin Owens eliminating AJ Styles, which is what you're supposed to do in the Royal Rumble match. The goal is to eliminate the other wrestlers. Why is that the instant setup for a feud? When, guess what? A few minutes later, Sami Zayn came out from NXT. It's not like he's already on the main roster. He fought with Kevin Owens, and he eliminated Kevin Owens. And guess what? That was a big deal. They talked about it in the backstage segments afterwards that they filmed and put on YouTube. The announcers were hyping it up. The crowd erupted for it. That's a story that tells itself, and that is a story that needs to be told from tomorrow to WrestleMania. That's all I gotta say about that.
And beyond.
And beyond. Tomorrow should be the start to this. As Eli said, it's like a cake, and they just keep on adding tiers to it. And I tried to say that WrestleMania was to be the candle on that cake, but as Eli pointed out, it's not. Because this feud could go forever. It's probably gonna be like the next John Cena, Randy Orton type deal, except they're actually entertaining.
If they handle it right.
If they handle it right, yeah. But yeah, that's enough of that. Let's get into the best match of the night. That is obviously the Wyatt family versus the Jobber family. Except
Oh my
they aren't
God.
really
I should really bop you right now.
Okay,
Because
I'm really mad about that match.
I think
Why?
everybody was.
About it.
Yeah, okay. The finish. Ellie, I'm gonna let you talk about the finish. Let's hear it.
Okay.
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 So first off, we have
Yeah,
Ryback,
okay.
who I hate with a strong passion. I hate him so much, I just want to punch him in the face. And we got Big Show, someone who should be illegal. Who's Kane? Kane came from out of nowhere. Who is he even? He's no one.
Who is he even?
Who are you?
And then Big Show, who doesn't know what he's doing. Is he still with the Authority? Is he a face? What is he doing? I don't even
He's so
think
bipolar.
And then, last time we checked, he was still with the Authority, but Kane's not. Kane has beef with the Authority, so why are they teaming together? Why are Big Show and Ryback teaming together? They hated each other not even a couple of weeks ago. It doesn't make any sense. I hate it so much.
Take a breather.
I think everybody has the same exact feelings in their head.
Yep,
What
I
you
sure
just
do. I sure do.
I'm
I
just
mean-
awfully puzzled about his new ring gear. Was that supposed to make him more
Goldberg.
fascinating or something?
I
No,
don't
that
know.
can't happen either.
It's so disturbing.
I hate it. The one good thing away from Ryback is cool Rob Van Dam-esque singlets, and they gave him Goldberg tights.
Ryback is dead.
Okay, you
Ryback
could
should be
leave.
illegal. Big Show should be illegal. Kane should be
Mike
fired.
just made the entire internet angry. He just upset the internet gods by saying Ryback is good.
Okay, but
I said Ryback is dead.
Oh,
Just
I think you said
good.
good.
No.
This is how problems start, Aiden. You can't be doing stuff like that.
What are you talking about, Trippy Crumpet?
Oh my god.
okay, I have a question. What did tonight do? What did that do? How did that?
Made the Wyatt family look weak, and then they made the three people that aren't going to have matches at WrestleMania look strong.
And I was like, okay, I'm kind of okay with this. I could swallow this loss if they beat up Brock, and they didn't. They didn't
That
do
was
anything.
another failure
There
tonight.
was no production tonight whatsoever.
They failed on building anything.
Yeah, this was supposed to like set up WrestleMania, pretty much.
You know what they didn't fail at
They
doing?
didn't.
What?
For the matches.
Making the fans mad.
Oh, they did succeed in that, definitely.
They pissed everybody off.
This show is so horrendous. Spoiler alert, the rest of the show is just as bad as what we're talking about right now. I mean, I'm gonna give this. I don't even want to grade this match. I refuse to grade this match.
I don't want to grade it. I swear to
Neither
God,
do
I'm
I.
gonna start again.
You don't deserve our grade. Kane, Big Show, and Ryback. Who booked this? I'm not. Eli, remember that tweet? The tweet I read. I'm not gonna say it on here because it was a little bit tasteless, but for real, this is just
Which one?
the in regards to I mean, I'm not. Just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it.
Tell me after the show.
Yeah. Okay. Just when you thought that the show could not get worse. Spoiler alert, it gets much worse because you get Brie Bella versus Charlotte.
Ugh.
This match was
Squeezes.
just as awkward as their promos. Okay, I also wanted to mention that before this, they showed a little video package for the match. And I love how the highlight fact was Daniel Bryan's retirement. Like, basically just reaffirming the fact that this entire feud is built on the fact that Daniel Bryan is retiring, and they're trying to capitalize off of that by putting Brie Bella with Charlotte. She even like wore the Daniel Bryan gear. She had his like WrestleMania 30 kick pads.
Okay, but she was also stealing like his old thing, like the submission specialist. She went from the Yes Lock to like yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
Boston Crab with the arm.
Terrible. It was terrible. Then you went to the single leg Boston Crab. Why did she just fly? She just flew off of it. The announcer's like, I think she her knee gave out on her, but she literally just like was on Charlotte and then just flew.
Because he tried to readjust her
She was in
grip.
the figure eight for about. She was like in the figure eight for about 2 seconds, and then she was just laying there, and it looked like me trying to hit my snooze in the morning until she was tapped out. She didn't tap out, like she was just like, where do I tap?
Where's the ground? Where's the ground? Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough bad things about this match. So bad, I can't put it into words. I really wish I knew what I should say for this match, but right at this moment, I cannot. Because it is really... It's one of those things where it's just like so constantly bad that it can't even pick apart all of the terrible things that happened within it. It's just so bad in general. I mean, grade, I'm gonna give it what, a D-. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna give it a D-.
There's nothing good about this match at all. Nothing.
But did you see all the botches?
Yeah, well, yeah, there was a lot of those.
Like more than normal.
What do you expect from Brie?
But I tried having a little bit of faith in her.
Same here, but it just wasn't happening. I just thought about it, just not gonna happen.
I tried trusting Brie Bella, and she just spit it back in my face. I want to punch her.
You're a fan of AJ Lee, you should be used to bosches.
Aiden!
Shots fired.
At least Aiden didn't throw her arms in the air and get a shoulder injury.
At least Sami Zayn didn't retire.
Oh.
That's all I gotta say.
After AJ Lee retired,
Sami Zayn's actually talented in the ring.
Guess who's still wrestling and guess who isn't. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Eli, what would you grade this?
I'm gonna fight you, Aiden. I swear to God.
Alright, finally fight. Let's go. Let's throw down.
I have a quick
After the show.
I'm gonna.
Yes, Mike?
Which match was worse? Wow.
What, Eli?
I'm gonna give it a C for Cringe Fest.
Fair. Mike, what were you saying?
Which match was worse? A. Tonight's match between Brie Bella and Charlotte, or NXT Takeover London, Bayley versus Nia Jax?
This match.
Tonight.
Oh,
This match by far. Just the crowd
I hated
chants.
that match too.
Just the crowd chants for Bayley versus Nia Jax at Takeover London made the match better than this.
Hmm.
That's all it took. I didn't like either of those matches, but this one was real hard in the eyes. Mike, what'd you grade this match?
D.
A what?
D.
D. Elliot, what'd you grade it?
F.
F.
Damn.
And Trippy Crumpet, what would you grade it?
A D minus.
D minus. So, sounds like we got a really resounding negative response from this match, and
Depressing.
I don't blame any of you. I do not blame any of you. I don't like. Did
I was
anybody
actually in
like?
the bathroom for 3/4 of it.
Oh, good. Good timing, Eli. I mean, did
Right.
anybody here besides Ellie expect this match to be good, or I mean, let's say
no, I
D.
didn't expect the match to be good. I knew it was gonna be shit. I just tried. Trust me.
Oh, okay. Okay, then let me rephrase that question. Then. Did anybody think this match would hold any decency to
I
it?
had hope.
No.
Didn't think so. Did not think so.
I
Up
kind
next.
of did, but then I
Oh
lost
shoot,
it.
Trippy Crumpet. You lost that hope. Up next we got AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. In my opinion, what was the match tonight?
I love the
Um,
match.
The beginning was a little bit slow for me, but
Yeah, it was kind of goofy. I didn't like it.
yeah, it was a little slow. But you kind of forget about that when the match starts picking up the pace, and then it did get really good at the end. There are a few awkward spots that I wasn't really a fan of that they tried to pull off, but kind of just didn't. One was that drop kick Jericho hit when Styles was diving over the top rope. It honestly was not that bad, but the camera angle on it made it look like Jericho literally just fell.
Because I was just sitting there, I was like, wait, what just happened? Why did Styles
It
just
did,
fall
yeah,
on
it
his
did
face?
not look like he connected whatsoever.
Yeah, but then they showed that replay, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, just slow it down, get that decent camera angle, and then maybe I can understand what's going on here. I also wasn't a big fan of when Styles was going for the springboard forearm. I thought the spot could have been cool, but I think Jericho springboarded off of the second rope and like drop kicked the rope. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish. I don't know if he was trying to drop kick AJ Styles' leg to make him fall, or he was just trying to drop kick the rope. But I feel like either way, there is a way more efficient manner to do that. It is called
Kicking him in the face.
no, it is literally called going to the rope and hitting the rope with your arm. Like I didn't think it was necessary. Like I like the idea. It's a nice little novelty, but it wasn't really necessary to me. It kind of defied the logic of wrestling. And I know. How dare you defy the logic of wrestling? But sometimes you just push that boundary a little bit too far. And then my biggest quip with the match was the fact that why did he kick out of the Styles Clash?
Yeah, I don't know.
And then went right into the calf crusher and tapped out. That was so unnecessary, in my opinion.
Okay, but did you see Jericho's face as he was tapping out?
What?
Jericho's face as he was tapping out. It was hilarious.
Okay, yeah, that was true. Jericho's face was pretty gold. But it really did nothing. It was a double negative because, one, how long has AJ Styles been here? For like a month? And you're already having people kick out of this finisher? That's not gonna... I don't like that whatsoever. And then, two, you're making Jericho look weak because he's tapping out, and tapping out never looks good. Especially when that person has a primary impact finisher instead of a submission. I didn't like the finish. I will admit that it was kind of interesting how he kicked out. Like I was like, oh okay, so it kind of piqued my interest. But then, I mean, the fact that he went right into the calf crusher and tapped out, then I was kind of like, well, that was just unnecessary.
What they could have done is had that match go for like 5 more minutes and then not have R-Truth wrestle Curtis Axel.
True. And then
So he could have kicked out and then a little bit more wrestling.
yeah, that would have been cool. I would have been cool with that. And then my other problem with this match is Jericho was such a heel throughout the entire match, called him a stupid son of a bitch.
Then that handshake.
Then they shook hands. He pulled him off of the top rope, like viciously pulled him off the top rope while he was celebrating, just to shake his hand and leave. And I did not have a total problem with the handshake, but it was more the fact that they've done that already. They've teased that tension and then did the handshake. Usually when you do that and you go for another handshake, the wrestling logic is that handshake is not going to end with him walking off, but it sure did. He looked very angry. He looked like he wanted to go, I don't know, kick a wall backstage for the next 15 minutes after this match. He looked like he had to reconsider his life choices. But you know what? Just a quick little handshake. Why not? Just murder your heel momentum. And just, you know what? Murder all of your momentum in general, because now you're stuck as a losing tweener. And what are you going to do at WrestleMania? I really hope that they prolong this feud.
Okay, well, hang on. You have to think about what the whole Jericho and Styles feud was about.
I thought it was just
Styles
about to establish
Jericho and everyone else's respect, right? That was the main thing.
Yeah.
Proving himself. So the end of the feud would be Jericho showing respect for him.
But this shouldn't be the end of the feud. It shouldn't.
It should not be. I feel like maybe like tomorrow they could do something like.
Maybe
but really, how else did you make this go on? There's no back.
Just literally have Styles come out tomorrow, wrestle a match. Jericho comes out, attacks him, say, "I could not sleep last night. I just can't live with myself knowing that you've beaten me again. So you know what? I just want one more match, one last match. This time for it all. This time it is our last match, and I want it to be put a stipulation on it. No DQ."
But that is so repetitive, Aiden.
What?
That's repetitive. Like, oh, you know, you won the first time, I want a rematch. And then he wins, and then Styles says he wants a rematch, and then Styles wins, and then Jericho says he wants a rematch.
It could be like a thing.
Like, it's gonna go on forever.
It could be like a thing where he just like can't live with himself until he finally beats AJ Styles again and proves that he is better.
I agree. I don't think that.
And he will stoop.
It's bad.
And he will stoop to any lengths to get another match. He just antagonizes Styles so much until Styles finally gives in.
That's just repetitive to me. I'm sorry. I can't get behind that.
They haven't gone to that. They have not done that. I mean, I do see where you're coming from a certain perspective, but I feel like they could prolong this feud just literally like tomorrow. Like it doesn't have to be tomorrow necessarily, but soon. Have Jericho come out, attack him after like the attack or whatever, or like do a backstage segment afterwards. Say, last night I was, or like however like these past few weeks, or if it's tomorrow, so like last night I could not sleep. I could not get any sleep. I just cannot live with the fact that I let a rookie beat me. I let a rookie like this come in and like beat me and disrespect me, and he says like I will stoop to any lengths to get another match with him, and that's what he does. He comes out every single week. He costs Styles his matches. He attacks him after the matches. He does anything backstage attacks. Styles is walking out to a match. Jericho gets him. Until Styles finally gives in. That's what they did with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at the start. Kevin Owens antagonized Sami until he gave him the match. I mean, like they did. I mean, another Sami Zayn cross reference. This is what they did with Cesaro. Remember, like Sami Zayn and Cesaro had 3 matches, all on like, and it wasn't like their 3 matches where like one was on SmackDown. Come on, that's not like a big deal. I bet like nobody watched that match. But Kevin Owens and Cesaro, they kept on. I'm sorry. Kevin Owens. Shoot. Cesaro and Sami Zayn. I'm sorry. Cesaro and Sami Zayn, they kept on having fights, and I'm telling you, if they're 2 good wrestlers, you can find a way to prolong this story.
I think it's necessary too, because what else is he gonna do?
Yeah, what else is... Yeah, exactly. What else is Chris Jericho going to do? You cannot tell me that they're going to do loser versus loser, Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho. What's the story behind that? There is none. There is no story behind that. They cannot... They do not have time to build a... My same idea for... They don't have the time to build a Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles feud in 6 weeks, which, they could, but it'd definitely be rushed. I'm telling you right now, they cannot build a full-fledged Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho feud for WrestleMania with no title on the line. That's not happening because there is literally no correlation between them. I know that I said in my early card predictions, I said that this match should happen, but when I said that, I was expecting them to to be fighting already. Like, Jericho came back, and he immediately turned heel on Ambrose.
Because of what happened at Night of Champions. That would make sense.
Exactly. So, in reality, I think that it's time for... I just feel like it's gonna the entire match and everything about it, if he has another match in Styles, it's going to be different if Chris Jericho is a full-fledged heel. They could build, like, a whole different story based off of this. And it would be smart, because guess what? You're just further solidifying AJ Styles, and you're, Chris Jericho, then that's the time he can go, really. He doesn't have to fight at Extreme Rules. Enough on that. So, did we grade this match already? I already forgot.
I don't think we did.
Yeah, I don't think we did. I'm going to give it I'll give it an A-. I give it an A, but the beginning of the match was kind of boring. Eli, what'd you grade it?
I'll also give it an A-. There was a couple odd spots, like you said, but, best match of the night, easily.
Yeah. Ellie, what would you grade this match?
A.
A? Do you have any comments about it?
I really liked the match. I thought it was really good. It was without a doubt the best match of the night.
Agreed.
So, there's not much else that can be said.
Unfortunately, we could say match of the night, but that's not really saying much.
Yeah.
Mike, you there?
Yeah.
What would you grade this match?
B+.
B+. You have anything to say about it?
No, sir.
Yes, sir. Chippy Crumpet, you there?
Mm-hmm.
What would you grade this match?
A.
A. Alright, so yeah, very solid. Very crisp wrestling. That's the only way to put it. After this, we get Edge and Christian.
Edge and Christian.
that was pretty good, especially like that trust fall part. I was just kind of like, no.
I think I fell asleep during that segment.
I don't blame you, dude. Like, I was really excited.
Whoa.
You guys are not about to start talking shit about Edge and Christian.
Yes, we are.
I'm not talking shit. I was legit tired and
that's
passed out. If you don't believe me, ask Molly. I passed out on her.
I couldn't. All I'm trying to say is that Edge and Christian are the best, and you can't hate on them.
All I'm telling you right now is that this promo was nothing more than a awkward and cheap advertisement for their dumb WWE.
You wanna know what really made it worse?
What was that supposed to be promoting?
What, Chippy Crumpet?
The League of Nations.
That definitely made it worse.
It was the word, New Day, tremendous on the mic, and your Christian tremendous on the mic. There could have been so much good coming out of this, but...
The only thing that was bad about
Enzo and
the segment
Cass.
was
Yeah, I was about to say. Cough, cough, Enzo and Cass, cough. They literally had the perfect opportunity to bring out Enzo and Cass. Like they were naming when they were naming off all those tag teams, I was so ready for Edge and Christian to be like, well, you have beaten all those teams, but we have a team that you have not faced. And then it was Enzo and Cass. And I know we weren't gonna get a match right off the bat because the New Day wasn't wearing wrestling gear.
And that was that could have been the WrestleMania match.
Yeah, it definitely should have been the WrestleMania match. I mean, that over the New Day versus the League of Nations.
I have a question. Are they face now? Are the New Day face?
I don't know. Let me just talk. I seriously don't know. Like, I feel like that segment. They might not be. I just feel like that segment might. I feel like that segment was nothing more than just an advertisement for their network show. I just have such a big problem with the New Day. Just the thought of the New Day versus the League of Nations. These two teams have never crossed paths, which sometimes can be good.
They were on the same team when we fucking went to when I went to Raw. They were in a 4-on-7 handicap match, and New Day was quote unquote in the League of Nations, and now they're feuding 2 months later. And nothing has happened between them at all.
I shouldn't have said they've never crossed paths. I should have said that they've never fought.
They've never had an issue.
Yeah.
Like, why would they feud if they've never had an issue?
And they're just two completely different teams. Like, I can get behind the Usos. I can get behind the Dudley Boys because there's something about them that's like tag team, like, you know. And you can put them with the New Day. But the League of Nations, they don't really come off as a tag team to me. They just come off as like a faction that was basically created. It was basically just created to put 4 guys together that had nothing to do and just put them all with the Authority.
It's like a Wyatt family. Like, you think of them as a faction but not a tag team.
Yeah.
They just like beat up people.
It's just like, I'd rather have. Well, I just don't know. If like the New Day, they're just too fruity to have good feuds at this point. Like, I was about to say the New Day versus the Wyatts, but that does not sound good. That just does not sound good whatsoever on paper.
I think it would be decent. It'd be better than
think about the feud. How would that make any sense whatsoever?
It really wouldn't make any
It would turn into like a comedy, like your weekly comedy dose.
I feel like you could maybe give New Day like a more serious aspect to them.
I can't see that.
I can't see that, especially with the unicorn horns merchandise. They want to keep on selling that. I'm sure they're selling it very well. Right. And I'm telling you right now, those horns are. I'm telling you right now, as long as they have those unicorn horns, as long as they're selling, they're not going to go away. And as long as they're not away, the New Day is going to be what they are right now. But guys,
I think they should have lost at the Rumble.
Guys. But there's one thing you guys have to understand. You cannot worry too much about this segment because right afterwards, we got the match of the night: R-Truth versus Curtis Axel. I was so confused. I was sitting. So at this point, I wasn't even going based off of like the dirt sheet reports about Enzo and Cass, but I was just like, now would be a great time to bring them up. Like, now is like the time to do that. But you know what, Eli? I was dead wrong. And you know what? For a split second, I thought they were going to be fighting the Social Outcast. But guess what, Eli? I was dead wrong again. It's so frustrating. Just, I can't even put it to words. Like, they have so much they could work with. But they give us R-Truth versus Curtis Axel to build what? You tell me, because I have absolutely no idea where Goldust and R-Truth are going. I'm so confused.
It's just a build-up till Cody Rhodes comes back. Everyone knows it.
But wait, what's Cody Rhodes gonna do? Like, I feel like they're doing this Goldust versus R-Truth thing way too much. Like, does R-Truth turn on, like, start attacking Goldust, and then like Cody Rhodes comes out and saves them?
That's what I was thinking. I could be wrong, but that's what
And then what?
thinking.
Cody Rhodes feuds with R-Truth? That doesn't sound good.
No, I wouldn't say he feuds with R-Truth. They just like, I don't know, but that's just what I was thinking.
I do see where you're coming from. I see what you're saying. They could do that.
I mean, that would probably be like one of the only logical things to do.
Yeah. So I guess I could not be 100% angry at this match because they're trying to build something. I have no idea exactly what they're doing, but they had Goldust come out. He threw Adam Rose in the ring and distracted Truth, and then Axel came up and rolled him up from behind. Goldust comes into the ring after the match, tries to apologize. Truth just leaves. Yep.
Cringe.
Cringe. Cringe, cringe, cringe. We have 2 C words on that show. That's cringe and crisp.
Chris.
We should totally do that instead of giving like a letter grade. Or like like a letter grade. We should just say, was this match cringe or crisp? Who's down for that? Who's down for that?
I'd be okay with
I
that.
could get behind that.
Like,
And explain yourself.
guys, that'd be like, yeah, dude. You have to like, explain your idea. You can't just say like cringe, because like this main event, I'm about to say cringe, but I don't think the entire thing was that bad. Just a certain ending. But yeah, now it's let's just skip grading that match because I'm gonna give it a G for Goldust because I literally can't even think of anything creative to say about it. It was that bad. Maybe like W for no. And what is Adam Rose and like Mongoose?
Can we have Eli do an Adam Rose impression?
Oh, what did he say today?
Oh, the four Priuses on the road to WrestleMania.
Hey there, baby. We're 4 Priuses on the road. No, what did he say?
On the road to WrestleMania.
On the road to WrestleMania. It was horrible.
It's so bad. And I love Bo Dallas like promoting safety. I don't know if that was cringe or crisp. I'm not sure.
Chris.
Was it crisp? I'm not sure.
Chris.
After the match we got. Oh wait, I didn't answer my question. Were they calling Adam Rose Mongoose?
They were.
Michael Cole would not stop saying Mongoose. He's like, Goldust tossed Mongoose into the ring. Is that his wrestling name now?
Apparently.
Is his name literally Mongoose?
Please.
Like that. I have such a love-hate relationship with that happening. Oh, by the way, I was so excited because on the pre-show, like I even tweeted this out on their account, at Eskimo Bros Cast, that is Eskimo Bros Cast.
Hit it, Eli, you son of a bitch.
For those that don't know how to spell.
I was tweeting out about how the fact that Mauro Ranallo was the lead commentator for the pre-show match. So I'm like, oh shoot, is he gonna be commentating the show?
Okay, I have a prediction.
What?
They want Mauro Ranallo to call WrestleMania, but they don't want to hurt Michael Cole's feelings. So
He cares about his feelings. Oh my.
So they say, you know what, Cole? We're gonna put you in a match with Kevin Owens. They have been teasing that feud lately, so I think that could be a possibility.
Eli, I absolutely died when I was it was after the show. I was actually pretty mad. But then I looked at my Twitter DMs and I just see Eli talking about how they might do Michael Cole versus Kevin Owens. I'm like, that is perfect. If you're not gonna do Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, just put him in there with Michael Cole. Why don't you? Anyways, after that we get the main event: Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose. Hey, guess what came out of this match?
Nothing.
Tables. Spots.
Pie.
Well, you guys are two of you are right, and one of you is Trippy Crumpet.
Cute.
Cute. That's cute. There were table spots, Mike. That is indeed correct, and there was a whole lot of nothing and no development, Eli. That's for sure. This match did nothing.
No what?
Where is Brock Lesnar going to go from this?
No heel turn of any kind.
No heel turn. No looking at what Brock Lesnar might do next. Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to have Brock come out and the Wyatt family, attack him on Raw? You literally had the perfect opportunity to do that tonight. I swear. What?
Paul Heyman.
They attacked Paul Heyman?
Yeah, think about it. Who's the only person that Brock gives any kind of a damn about?
I see.
himself.
Sable.
That's it. That's interesting.
Sable.
Sable. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but she's not in WWE at the moment,
Their
so
son Turk.
Well, you said who's a person that Brock Lesnar gives a damn about, so I said Sable.
that they can target without getting arrested. Paul Heyman.
They could do
Anytime
that.
anyone goes after Paul Heyman, Brock flips shit.
What if they did kidnap Paul Heyman, and then the only way they could get him back was accepting a challenge from Bray Wyatt to a match at WrestleMania?
Yep, see, there it is.
Or 4-on-1 handicap match.
I feel please no. I feel like that could either be a cringe or it could turn out to be very crisp. It
Yeah.
depends on the way they booked their segments. Like, I don't want to see Paul Heyman like sitting in a chair with duct tape over his mouth screaming. I want them to take Paul Heyman away. And I don't want to see him again. I do not want to see Paul Heyman again.
What if they did
Until
something
after-
like with what they did with Roman and JoJo, his daughter?
Oh,
Or like played mind games with him, made him think that she was there, but she really wasn't.
Yeah, they could do a lot of things, but I don't know why you wouldn't start building to that tonight instead of just having
I
Brock
don't-
lose
I-
clean.
Okay, I like the idea of them attacking Paul Heyman, but excuse me, I really don't think you could take Paul Heyman out of this feud. Because could you just imagine the promos back and forth between Bray Wyatt and Paul Heyman, and how much better of a promo cutter Paul Heyman can make Bray Wyatt, even though he's like one
Well,
of the better
no,
ones
okay,
in the
well,
company.
what if like tomorrow they attack Paul Heyman, Monday after that, Brock shows up and tries kicking the crap out of them, but doesn't work, and then the week after that, Paul Heyman shows up and they start cutting promos.
Well, hold on. I have an argument to what Eli said. I feel like the best way to sell this feud and sell Bray Wyatt as a contender for Brock Lesnar would not to be have Paul Heyman and Bray Wyatt trade promos. I feel like if they're out there cutting promos together, it should literally just be Bray Wyatt talking and Paul Heyman in the corner. I'm just an advocate. I'm just an advocate. Because I don't want to see Paul Heyman stepping up to bat for Brock Lesnar, and cutting promos on Bray Wyatt. Because I want to see Paul Heyman sell fear. I want him to be scared of Bray Wyatt. I don't want him to be looking Bray Wyatt dead in the eye and just battling him on the microphone.
I feel like he could do it when like Bray's on the Titantron, but if he's actually in the ring, he could cower.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I see what you're saying.
And
Yeah, I got that.
feel like Heyman could like take him under his wing, like
Yeah.
in a backstage perspective, and say, because Bray does he just talks a lot of nonsense sometimes that works,
Mhm.
and I feel like Heyman could be like, well, you just need to say this and this and this, and you could say it in this way, that it'll make it that impactful and that good.
Shoot, what was I gonna say? Should we turn to the Let's return to the winner of this match. Roman Reigns won the match. Roman Reigns. Now, I was not a big fan of this finish whatsoever. I thought it should have stirred some controversy. I thought there should have been something impactful that happened, but there really was not. There was nothing. There was just nothing. I thought I was going to see some sort of... They didn't even tease a heel turn. Literally in the video packages, they were talking about this brotherhood imploding. But they did not even tease that. They fought, but commentary covered that up as they're going to fight so they can get that WrestleMania spot. You know what? They're going to throw their friendship out of the window just for one night, like they did at Survivor Series, you know? So there was absolutely nothing teased. Roman no-sold the chair shots, which Brock didn't. This beast, Brock Lesnar, was taken out by the chair enough that he could not break up a pin attempt or get up. But Roman gets hit with the chair, and he gets up and he automatically spears Ambrose, and it takes and it takes only one finisher on Ambrose to end him. That match was so, and it ended how early? Like 15 minutes early. That match could have run on for so long. That match, it had potential to be a good match. Like, leave the finish alone, right? Just put that apart. Set that apart. I mean, this match could have been a match of the year, but it wasn't. This finish was awkward. It did not feel like it should not have been the finish. I did not like the fact how Brock Lesnar barely played any part in the match after his like early domination. I feel like he should have come back, and I don't know. It's just I feel like he should have played a bigger role in all of this. And like Paul Heyman said, Brock Lesnar technically was the focal point of that match. Like, Brock Lesnar was a standalone, and then your little minor developing problem was Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns having to fight each other even though they're best friends and brothers and all that good stuff. But this turned out to be nothing special whatsoever. I have absolutely no idea where they go with Dean Ambrose from here. But, like, really, where do they go with Dean Ambrose?
Heel turn on Raw or at WrestleMania.
If they throw him in a
match?
triple threat, if they throw him in the main event, I would love that, but I don't know how they would.
No, like no match. Like Roman
No,
fighting Triple H for the title at WrestleMania. Dean comes out and costs them a match.
There's no way that Dean Ambrose is not going to have a match at WrestleMania.
I don't know.
He's their top face right now. They can't do that.
Or just put him in a ladder match like they did last WrestleMania.
I mean, are they really gonna put him back in the mid card?
No, you can't really get him back to the mid card. You can't.
It would be for like a month before he starts going after Roman again. Like,
he's too over to do that.
I don't think
Even for a month, he's too over.
What if he fought? This is just kind of random, but I'm just trying to think. Randy Orton's not going to be ready, so that's out of the picture. They could. No, they can't do that. I was going to say AJ Styles, but you couldn't do that.
Let's just think, what if they did?
What would Jericho do?
There's got to be somebody out there. There has to be.
I don't know, man. I don't know what Ambrose is going to do at WrestleMania. I'm gonna take this time right now just to look up Dean Ambrose WrestleMania on Twitter. I want to see what the people think right now.
But I'm not gonna. Okay, while you're doing that, I'm not gonna panic because I think tomorrow's gonna answer a lot of questions.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Eli?
I think tomorrow's gonna answer a lot of questions.
Oh, I'm sure it will be.
People are going, that's why I'm not panicking right now. That's why I'm not like, oh, what's Dean gonna do? Oh, what's gonna happen with the Styles feud? I think we'll be fine. I think we'll get answers tomorrow.
I can't find anything. I don't think people are talking about that. I think everybody's just still mad the fact that
Roman won like he did.
Yeah. Here's an article in regards to who Dean. Here's a whole list of possible opponents for Dean Ambrose. Brock Lesnar is the number. Well, this person's number one is a Money in the Bank match. I don't think that's gonna happen.
What if he did fight Brock Lesnar?
that would be such a stupid match.
Well, would it?
Yeah, it would, because it's been displayed many times now that Dean is no match for Brock, unless he has some sort of weapon, or Roman. He's no match for Brock.
Well, let's see. I feel like that can maybe work.
It wouldn't. It would be so out of place.
They could kind of build it like Dean cost him the match. If it wasn't for Dean hitting him with the chair, Brock would have won.
And then they could be like,
okay, but the match
it could be like a DQ match.
Well, okay, hold on. I'm gonna read this person's logic behind the match. They have like little paragraphs under each opponent. Before that, I'm gonna give credit to the website before I start reading their stuff. Around the Octagon, aroundtheoctagon.com. This is a nice little list right here. I dig it. I like the websites. They got nice colors too. It's not painful on the eyes.
Aiden.
Kind of like Brie Bella versus Charlotte was not.
You want to
I mean,
get to the point or not?
Hey, I'm trying to get to the
Are you
point, but
just
Ellie's
rambling about the color choices of a website designer?
I'm just trying to put them over. They got some really nice color.
That's
schemes
wonderful.
going
They
on.
can get a medal. Can you read
Make a
now?
website.
Calm down, Trippy Crumpet.
I'm pretty calm.
All right. So
They
after
don't
the
tell her to
Rumble.
calm down.
Hey, I'm trying to read. She told me to read. I'm doing what she said. After the Rumble, it looked as if it was a lock for Lesnar versus Bray Wyatt. But with the way WWE has booked Lesnar and Ambrose lately, we could see them going at it at WrestleMania 32. Ambrose has shown he is not afraid of the former UFC champion, and he's stolen the show from Reigns in recent weeks, despite the WWE's attempt to make Reigns the face of the company. An Ambrose-Lesnar match would make Ambrose win or lose. Put him in a win or lose situation, I guess. He also has matches with. Well, he has the Triple H with. I'm sorry. He has the triple threat with Triple H and Roman. They have Sheamus,
Ew.
Chris Jericho, Rusev, and AJ Styles. Why Rusev? That'd be terrible. Oh no, he has Kevin Owens at number 9. Please no. And then Undertaker at number 10.
I wouldn't mind seeing him face Undertaker. Honestly.
After losing though.
Yeah, I feel like that would make less sense if like Rock or Dean won tonight and then Roman as a heel facing Undertaker.
I'm not saying it would be like easy or it would make sense, but I'm just saying I wouldn't mind the match.
And the Brock match would make more sense.
Goldberg.
I like Goldberg. Oh, don't throw that out the window. I'm trying to think. I think we should do on next Saturday show. We should do a little. Now that everything's a little well, after watching Raw tomorrow, I think things are gonna be more organized. Maybe then we'll have a decent idea of what we're doing. So maybe next Saturday I guess our next show, because our next show will be Saturday. We can do a little segment during then to just kind of put together a WrestleMania card if we possibly can. I don't know if we can. It has a lot of holes in it right now, and I cannot put a finger on who Dean Ambrose might be facing. Maybe Brock Lesnar.
Raw better be good and definitive tomorrow.
Yeah, it does need to define what this WrestleMania is going to look like. I think Brock is pretty obvious, either Dean or Bray Wyatt, and then Roman's already a lock. So, yeah, as I said, this main event did not establish anything. It just really put a bunch of question marks on everything, and good job on that one, Vince. If your idea was to confuse everybody and just get nobody excited for WrestleMania, you definitely did your job. Just a little side note, after the match, they officially announced the signing of Shinsuke Nakamura, almost as an attempt to neutralize all of the anti-Roman Reigns hate. Maybe, I don't know. They're just not like, here's some good news, please take it. But yeah, that's the end of the show. Let's grade the match real quick. I'd give this match a B-. It wasn't a bad match, just the finish was wacky. Eli, what would you grade the match?
I'm gonna give it a C+. Just because the finish sucked and it did nothing that I like. It was almost like at Survivor Series last year when it was just so predictable and it was just like, oh, there's so many options, but we're gonna do the thing that everyone thinks is like, or the most straightforward thing we could possibly do.
Yeah. It's kind of like they do the ideas that we know are going to happen, and we're all talking about them, but then they just don't listen to the ideas that everybody's talking about that they want to happen.
Or at least they would accept.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I can't.
And they're not even
this.
unrealistic. Not even unrealistic.
Yeah. It's not like we're saying like Seth Rollins should grow a prosthetic leg and go out there and win the match and steal the title. No, like these things can happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind if Seth did that, but it'd be better than we're getting right now. Tribute Crumpet, what would you grade the match?
A B- to a C+.
That's fair.
I was frustrated halfway through the match.
Who are you pulling for, Tribute Crumpet?
I actually really didn't have a pick, but I was kind of annoyed that it was Roman. I mean, I expected it, but I
just feel
like they could have done it
in the way that it happened.
Exactly. I really did expect Roman to win, but I feel like they could have done it in such a better way, but they just really did not. It was pretty bad. It was pretty cringe-worthy.
I was really feeling for that heel turn from Roman, at least.
I was looking for one from Dean.
I know that we've been talking about that the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would have been too predictable.
Me and Aiden argued for like 2 hours last night about this.
But we can pretty much throw it. Yes, Ellie?
This is totally throwing it back like 2 or 3 years, but when like the Shield was still a thing, did anyone think it was going to be Seth Rollins turning his back on the Shield? Or am I the only one that thought it was going to be Dean?
It was too predictable if it was Dean.
Like, when the Shield was still a thing, like, they were still a team.
Yeah.
Before Seth betrayed them, did you think it was going to be Seth, or did you think it was going to be Dean or Roman?
I'm going to be honest with you. At this time, I was not I did not look at dirt sheets, so it was completely I did not expect it whatsoever. I was just like, oh, okay.
Well, no, I don't mean like.
Well, I just did not. It never crossed my mind. It never crossed my mind.
Break up at some point. Who did you think was going to be the one to do it?
I mean, looking back on it now, I could say that it probably should have been Dean. Well, no, wait, hold on. Let me rephrase that. It would have. At that time, it would have made the most sense. But as it turned out, Seth is an amazing heel, and he's been doing good as a face.
And that's what I was trying to tell you last night. Like, Dean might be the heel type, but in the long run, Dean is so over with the fans right now. It's unbelievable, and I think it's going to stay that way for a while. Roman, on the other hand, needs something fresh with his career to happen right now because he sucks ass.
He needs like a complete makeover.
But I mean, I think you guys are just forgetting how stubborn Vince McMahon is.
Yeah, but he made a good decision with Seth, so he has his moments.
True. That's probably Triple H.
Yeah, it probably was.
He's like, hey Hunter, I'll let you do one thing. You can make one change to the company. He's like, Seth Rollins is world champion.
Can we just, for those of you who watch the Ed and Christian show, can we just keep the pause button on Vince McMahon and let Triple H run the company?
Please. I feel like this company would be so much better with Triple H running it. It'd just be an indie takeover. Probably why he calls his NXT shows Takeover. Thanks for that chuckle, Mike. And you're back just in time for me to ask you what was your grade of this main event.
B-.
B-. So we're pretty much all teetering on a low B, high C kind of grade. And you know what? That's the end of the show. It ended with some fireworks, and then Triple H came out, but that was kind of just nothing.
Who cares about Triple H?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was sitting there like half expecting something cool to happen because there was like 15 minutes left.
Yeah, I knew Triple H was going to come out.
Yeah, and then that happened, and I'm just like, okay. So yeah, that was another show, and that means it's probably going to be the end of our show. So thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. Thank you to everybody who is hearing these words in general. We really appreciate your viewership. We are back. That is right. We are back, and we're ready to keep on giving you guys the goods.
And better than ever.
Thank you for that, Eli. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Make sure to check us out on Twitter at Eskimo Bros Cast. That is EskimoBrosCast.
Yeah, the Eli.
For those who don't know how to spell.
I'm going to be live tweeting Monday Night Raw tomorrow. I'll make sure to keep it entertaining and crisp, that crisp content. That's right, you got that, Ellie. And you know what? Just have yourselves an amazing night. And I haven't been so general with this, but I'm going to say, have yourself an amazing night, a night that was better than this entire pay-per-view. Peace out, everybody.